Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Guman saying happy Friday. Well, farmers, food, and lots of fun. Are you ready to discover the diverse and plentiful agricultural offerings of the USVI and surrounding communities? You'll find that at St. Croix's 46th Annual AgriFest Agriculture and Food Fair coming up from February 18th to the 20th. But preparation for the big weekend has been going on ever since last year's event ended. Here's more. The farmers are ready. The fairgrounds are ready. Even the animals are ready.
Our heritage and hope for the future is our theme for this year as we join with the rest of the Virgin Islands in celebrating our centennial.
St. Croix's 46th Annual AgriFest Agriculture and Food Fair is coming up February 18th to the 20th. The UVI Cooperative Extension Service and the Agricultural Experiment Station invites the community to the event, which will convene at the Rudolph Schultebrand Agricultural Complex at Estate Lower Love after a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
We are adding for the first time cash machines. So people have been asking us for years, when are we going to get with the program and have ATM machines? We will have an ATM machine, 2 ATM machines, one in the farmers market and one in the food booth, the food pavilion, for people who want to be able to get cash on the spot.
UVI components will be participating in the exhibits by displaying their products and services offered to the community.
We'll also have our normal areas of the farmers market, the food booth where you get all the local foods and drinks, and we have a refreshment center. We have our livestock area where there's large animals that adults and children love to see. We'll also have a petting zoo again this year. One of the things that we're adding in the youth section, for the first time, we're testing out an amazing youth race. Those of you that are familiar with the CBS program, Amazing Race, we're actually trying one of those out with young people of high school age. We have other bands coming. Stanley will be there. We'll also be having a Calypso concert, a Calypso review, sort of like there, as well as the fair. That should be, I believe, the Sunday afternoon. But again, call the Department of Agriculture and you can get a schedule. Our website is up. Just type in AgriFest of the Virgin Islands and you'll get to our website and see all of our information there.
Again, that kicks off February 18th to the 20th. It kicks off with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. Maria Stiles, affectionately known as Sister Aria, has vast experience in the arts community. Currently, she's a recipient of the 2017 VI Academic and Cultural Awards Endowment, and it's developing a cultural curriculum exploring the relationship between the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. She's an educator, jewelry designer, interior designer, and has conducted many workshops on basket weaving, calabash art, and sculpting. Now, she will be conducting a cultural workshop under the innovative tent at AgriFest. Here's more.
2017 is our heritage and hope for the future. With the theme being our heritage and hope for the future, I would say that the reason why I think this work is so important is because of, the fact that this is ancestral wisdom, our connection with nature, that for the most part is being lost and needs to be remembered. And the fact that, doing these kinds of things helps people to remember and to pass it on and bring it forward into the future, right? That it's something that we cannot just,
The Virgin Islands currently imports 99% of its food yearly. At this year's AgriFest, the Department of Agriculture is promoting the production of food, locally farmed foods. Initiatives have been implemented to help promote the purchasing of locally grown foods as well as to provide resources and technologies to farmers in the territory.
The Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture works hard to transform the agricultural grounds yearly for the annual St. Croix Agriculture and Food Fair, also known as AgriFest. But beyond enjoying the local cuisine, arts and crafts, and display of livestock, comprehensive farming policies and subsidy programs are being revealed to the public. Billy Abraham, the marketing director at the Department of Agriculture, spoke further on the department's recruitment program.
The VI Growers Collaborative Program, we are seeking 60 farmers in the territory. 30 farmers on St. Croix District and 30 farmers on the St. Croix St. Thomas District to be a part of this program. We're doing this to increase access to more local products. We are doing this to make awareness, to increase awareness of the local products that grows here in the territory, and we also doing this to stimulate our local economy.
The 46th Annual Agriculture and Food Fair is bringing to the forefront several challenges that are affecting the agriculture industry in the territory. Some of those challenges include a lack of young farmers, urbanization, getting the public to buy local, and the increasing cost of land for agricultural purposes.
The Virgin Islands Department of Agriculture, we have already initiated the opportunity for our farmers to be a part of the EBT food stamp program. As the food stamp recipients now can actually buy local products from our farmers using the food stamp EBT card.
So following AgriFest theme this year, entitled Agriculture, Our Heritage and Hope for the Future, the territory is on a roadmap to increasing food production in the territory. Stephanie Brown, News 2.
Well, the Virgin Islands imports 99% of the food yearly. At this year's AgriFest, again, the Department of Ag is promoting the production of food, locally farmed foods. USVI Department of Health, in collaboration with Barry University and UVI's nursing program, they will be providing some free health services during the Ag Fair. The following programs will be present to provide information and testing: maternal and child health, MCH, community health, immunization, chronic disease and prevention, communicable disease, epidemiology, mental health and substance abuse, family planning, women, infants and children, WIC, health statistics and research. You can get your blood pressure, cholesterol and glucose levels checked, and immunization for children of MAP clients. Turning to the courts, on Friday, February 17th, Ray Harris Jr., 23 of St. Croix, pleaded guilty in district court to conspiracy to possess a controlled substance with intent to distribute. On May 4th, 2016, Harris, who was employed by Worldwide Flight Services at the Rolson Airport, entered the Transportation Security Administration screening area before his scheduled shift, according to court documents. As Harris attempted to pass through the screening area, the metal detector was triggered. A search of Harris revealed a brick-like package wrapped with gray duct tape and strapped to one of his legs. The package field tested positive for cocaine. Harris admitted he knew the package contained cocaine and was planning to put the package in a checked bag headed to Puerto Rico. Laboratory tests confirmed the substance was cocaine. As a result of continued initiatives conducted by the VIPD, 2 men were arrested for possession of unlicensed firearms this week. On Wednesday, February 15th at approximately 11:45 p.m., Nevin Davis, 28 of Estate Hope, was arrested and charged with possession of unlicensed firearm in the vicinity of Long Bay. And on Thursday, February 16, at approximately 4:30 p.m., Shaquem Freeman, 24 of NEWS2, was arrested and charged with possession of unlicensed firearm in the vicinity of Thomasville. Bail for Davis and Freeman was set at $25,000, and unable to post bail, they were remanded to the Bureau of Corrections pending their advice of rights hearing. On Thursday at approximately 10:47 p.m., police say a citizen called the 911 emergency call center and reported that a male was possibly shot outside of the apartment located in Building 11 of the Tutu housing community. Responding officers arrived to Building 11. 2 gunshot victims were transported to the Roy Schneider Regional Medical Center via private vehicle. One of the victims was identified as 30-year-old Paul Smith of Tutu Housing Community, who succumbed to his injuries sustained during the shooting. The second gunshot victim was treated at the hospital for a gunshot wound to his upper body. Call police at any one of those numbers there if you have information that can assist. As chairman of the Committee on Homeland Security, Justice and Public Safety, Senator Smith has scheduled a meeting for March 27th with the relevant law enforcement agencies for updates and initiatives. He said this will also be a great opportunity for them to discuss matters of pooling resources to mitigate violent crimes in our community. He said, "I am deeply disturbed and concerned by the wave of violence that continues to spread throughout the community. It appears the small, close-knit community is under siege." He's calling for the law enforcement agencies, religious communities, non-governmental agencies, and other stakeholders to come together in this very important effort to abate the escalation of violence in our territory. Immigration activists are hoping to hit Washington policymakers in their stomachs. Lawmakers headed out for lunch could find their favorite restaurants closed. The Grassroots Day Without Immigrants protest is taking place in the nation's capital. The idea is to show what America would look like without the contribution of immigrants. Similar protests are happening in cities across the country. Hotspot restaurants near Capitol Hill are participating in different ways. Some are closed, others are serving Latin-inspired menus, and some are operating with skeleton crews as immigrant workers stay home. 3 on-site dining options contracted by Capitol Hill are closed due to the demonstration. Keeping our eye on the economy, a new clue is adding fuel to rumors that the next iPhone will support wireless charging. Apple confirmed that it joined the Wireless Power Consortium. That group is dedicated to promoting a single wireless charging standard and has 200 member organizations. Apple isn't expected to unveil its next iPhone until the fall, but it marks the device's 10-year anniversary, so expectations for a massive redesign are high. Wireless charging isn't exactly new to the cell phone industry. Samsung, LG, and Motorola all have models in the market today that can be charged without a cord. Let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, at the Stock Market Watch. Everything up, the Dow 4, NASDAQ 23, S&P 500 3. Coming up on News 2, into your health, babies can develop the flathead syndrome, very common. A new service and treatment will now be available for those in the VI. Details coming up. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Ahead of Thursday's hearing of the Committee on Rules and Judiciary, Senator Novell Francis Jr., chairman of the committee, is inviting residents to submit their written testimony expressing their views on the bills to be discussed. The hearing is the first time this committee is meeting in the 32nd legislature and will take place 9:30 a.m. Thursday, February 23rd in the Fritz Louette's conference room on St. Croix. Senator Francis said he is looking forward to a very productive hearing, vetting bills and considering nominations of individuals who have been sent down to the legislature by Governor Kenneth Mapp for its advice and consent. Now, you can submit written testimony to Senator Francis' office at the Fritz Louette's conference room on St. Croix, or you can email it to Senator Francis at legvi.org by Tuesday, February 21st. Virgin Islands Department of Education hosted its annual St. Thomas St. John District 2017 Math Counts chapter competition on Thursday, February 16th in the BCB Middle School Library. The competition, which was comprised of a sprint round, target round, team round, and a speedy one-on-one countdown round, lasted 5 hours, and in the end, the 4-person Antilles School team retained the title of district champions following their 2016 win. The Bertha C. Bachelta Middle School and Peter Gruber International Academy also participated in this year's competition that yielded 24 students in the 6th through 8th grades. The Peter Gruber team placed second and BCB won third place. The top 10 students from the St. Thomas St. John district will compete against the top 10 in the St. Croix district on March 16th at the state Math Counts competition. Following that competition, 4 winners will be selected to represent the territory at the 2017 Raytheon Math Counts National Championship slated from May 14th to 15th in Orlando, Florida. Congrats to our team there. Spelling Bee champions from elementary and middle schools on St. Croix are browsing dictionaries and the internet and practicing spelling difficult words with their coaches, family, and friends in an effort to capture the St. Croix District 44th Annual Spelling Bee Championship. On Friday, February 24th, beginning at 9 a.m., 18 in-school bee winners will compete for the district championship at the John H. Whitson Junior High School. Virgin Islands Department of Education Division of Curriculum and Instruction will host the St. Croix District Spelling Bee reception for the competitors and their coaches on Wednesday, February 22nd, 6 p.m. at the Curriculum Center in Kings Hill. Well, Innovative announces that applications for the 2017 Innovative UVI scholarships are available at UVI's campuses in each district. Innovative Telephone will once again donate $20,000 for 4 graduating high school students, 2 per district, to receive a $5,000 scholarship to University of the Virgin Islands. The scholarships will be administered by the university to be used for tuition, books, and materials at UVI. High school students who have been admitted to UVI must complete their financial aid application and submit it to UVI's financial aid office to be eligible for the undergraduate scholarship. Contact UVI's financial aid or visit UVI's website to download the application. That deadline is Wednesday, March 1st, 2017. The executive management and staff of the Wanaflui Hospital Medical Center would like to congratulate the pharmacy department on being recognized nationally for their recent Med-to-Bed initiative launched last year. Wanaflui's Med-to-Bed program was featured in the Quality Improvement Organization's online publication in January. The Med-to-Bed program is a service offered in some hospitals where medications are delivered to a patient's bedside prior to discharge. Well, Virgin Islands Ear, Nose, and Throat welcomes Dr. Eric Stelnicki, board-certified pediatric and adult plastic surgeon, to the practice. A range of treatments previously unavailable to children living in the VI will now be available, such as plagiocephaly, flathead syndrome. Here's more on that very common condition. The U.S. began in the 1990s the Back to Sleep program to reduce the risk of SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. This program has been very effective. Unfortunately, placing children on their backs can also lead to positional deformities of the skull.
Children are told that they should sleep on their back in the first year of life. So all parents now are putting children on their back to prevent crib death, called SIDS. And that's great because it's been definitely decreasing the amount of crib death that we see around the world.
This program has been very effective. Unfortunately, placing children on their backs can also lead to positional deformities of the skull.
The fallout is that kids now are laying on their back of the head hours at a time, and their soft heads are getting flat. And the mainstay of treatment is to reposition children, but about 25% of kids whose heads get flat don't respond to the repositioning.
Pediatricians look for abnormal head shape.
So that's about 1 in every 50 kids born. And those children can forever have a deformed head, which can lead to significant psychosocial problems down the road. The good news is that we are bringing down here a custom fit device which will fit on the baby's head just like a bonnet, that within 2 months will round a child's head out to normal. It's something that is covered under almost every major insurance, including Medicaid, and has really become the gold standard of care for treatment of deformed heads, called plagiocephaly, all around the world. And we're delighted to be able to be bringing that here. So if moms who are concerned that their head is too flattened and deformed and it has not responded to that initial repositioning that their pediatrician or family practice doctor has told them about, they should come in, see us, let us measure the child, let us evaluate, and see if helmet therapy is something that might benefit them.
You can call VI Ear, Nose, and Throat for more information. Well, the Arabian Nights Gala, hosted by the American Cancer Society USVI, is tomorrow, Saturday, February 18th, featuring the renowned Yashira and Sabu belly dancing and drumming sensations from Puerto Rico. This will be an authentic Arabian experience featuring mezzo-style cuisine. The funds raised at this gala will provide services for the underserved cancer patients in the territory during the most trying journey of their lives. For more information on the Arabian Nights Gala, for sponsorship opportunities, or if you would like to be placed on the mailing list, you can contact the American Cancer Society at 340-775-5373. There's parking and free shuttles from Fort Christian from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast comes your way next.
Well, we have some really quiet weather here across the Virgin Islands. In fact, as we take a look at our estimated radar, You can see how not really much going on. In fact, we also have pretty light winds in the area. So as we go into tonight, tomorrow, it looks like some pretty good boating weather here. So we have mainly clear skies for tonight, temperature of 72 degrees. Tomorrow in St. John, 84, mostly sunny, a nice day in St. John. Also in St. Thomas, you'll be at 84 degrees. Here we'll have mostly sunny skies as well. And in St. Croix, 85 degrees. A mostly sunny sky, so we'll just repeat it across the area. Our marine forecast for the Atlantic side, waves are 2 to 4 feet, and we have an easterly wind at 5 to 10 knots, generally pretty light, and then our waves are 1 to 3 feet on the Caribbean side. We have a northeasterly wind. Again, it's pretty light, 5 to 10 knots. And looking at your entire forecast here, for your Saturday, mostly sunny, nice, 84. Then during the nighttime hours, we drop to 73 degrees for our overnight low. On Sunday, mostly sunny skies, a nice day once again, so we'll just repeat on Sunday what we saw on Saturday. Temperature of 84 degrees, overnight lows 73. And then on Monday, our next system starts to come towards the area. So on Monday, we'll have a shower or two in the area with a high temperature of 83 degrees. Monday night into Tuesday, we'll see some showers around, a temperature on Tuesday of 82 degrees. And then on Wednesday, we still could see a spotty shower in the area with a high temperature of 82. Sandy?
Thanks for that. Time for our News 2 weather picture there by Jasmine Jackson, representing Ricardo Richards Elementary School. Great picture there to take us into the weekend, Jasmine. See that you're ready for Buck Island and some sunshine and some water sports there. Thank you for that. Have a wonderful weekend. Send us your News 2 weather picture to the address on the screen and then tune in to see it right here on News 2. That is all for now. We'd like to thank you for joining us on behalf of all of us here at News 2. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time.